Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, all of that juicy goodness. In this video, we're going to talk all about signs. These are one of my favorite videos to create. I love talking about how the universe speaks to us through, and it uses people, it uses animals, it uses numbers, it uses matching words. There's so many different signs that we could be seeing on our journey, and I love teaching people about what they could mean for you. And it's so specific. Every sign is so destined for you and your heart and your eyes. And my goal is to teach you how to understand it in your own body. So when I see 1111, or if I see a bunny rabbit or a fox, and you see 1111, a bunny and a fox, your body is going to feel something different than mine. And it all depends on our experiences. So the week prior, you might have had this great interaction with somebody and they were talking about 1111, and they were talking about how they quit their job and they took this leap and they started this new career and they saw 1111 along the way. And here you are having the same thoughts about your life. You're wanting to change your career, and then you start seeing 1111. And it reminds you of that conversation with that person. So that's your experience. Then my experience with 1111 might be around soulmates and twin flames and the connections and how the ones mirror each other and how everybody is a reflection of everybody. And we're all on this journey to decipher, the best route, how we can get there, who's going to be a great match for us, who's not a great match. So my mind perceives 1111 different than you, right? And on the journey, there's no right or wrong. So if you're coming to a signs video and you're looking for answers, you're going to have to throw that thought out. And I want you to open up your energy to learning your own language with the universe. And that's the most beautiful piece of this whole journey, is building your connection to God, to source, to love, to grace, to your angels, your guides, whatever you want to call it. And I call it dancing with the universe, trying to figure out the signs, trying to figure out what is God and the universe trying to tell you when you're seeing a certain animal or when you're getting a consistent tarot card or oracle card. It really is direct communication. And when you understand the language and it makes sense, and yes, you can get answers, because God will send you signs, and then something will happen after you receive those signs, and you have to connect the dots and see, okay, when I see dolphins, I know money's on the way, because that happened to me before. So now, 5 years from now, if I start to see dolphins again, that might mean I'm getting some more money. And then it might be ladybugs around connections. You might be connecting with people, soul tribe, soul family, and you see ladybugs a lot right before you connect with a new friend. That's your language. The universe is sending you that sign. So when you're learning your language, it's really important to document it, because our brains are not super amazing all the time. We can't remember every little detail. And part of the journey is relaxing on the journey and having fun and knowing that you're safe and that you're taken care of. And one of the best ways I have found to find joy in the journey is through signs. And when I see them, I feel more at peace. They raise my vibe. My frequency is so much higher. I'm like, yes, we're in the flow. And it's just this moment of, you see the numbers or you see the matching words or you hear them, and you just feel this sense of, I'm protected. This is fun. Someone's talking to me. Someone's giving me some love. And you can't describe it. I will never forget when I first started seeing signs. It was after my daughter passed. She would send me hearts wherever I go, and I ended up getting tattoos of hearts. I have a tattoo on my chest as well. This is where she was when she passed. And so many people told me I was crazy. They're like, she's crazy with these hearts and she's always talking about them. And I could just feel them saying this behind my back. And people would tell me that people would call me crazy. And now it was always leading me to doing this type of work. And I didn't know it back then. And I actually hated, there's maybe 1 year where I went the whole year and I just hated signs. I didn't want to look at them. I didn't want to see them because I felt like they just didn't mean anything anymore. And I was like, what does this all mean? I don't understand it. And that was my ego resisting my path and not wanting me to do this work. So there's this unconditional love when you connect with a sign. So, my advice to you is to learn your language, start to track it, allow yourself to feel the joy and the peace when you get the sign. Don't read too much into it. Whatever you're thinking about in that moment, whatever your experience is, whatever you're thinking about, that's what the sign means. It's not what I am telling you it means. It's what your body feels and what you're thinking. And part of my job is to get your ego out of the way to stop judging the unconditional love that God and the universe is sending you. And when you don't judge it, you see the sign come in, you pay attention to what you're thinking about. Oh, I was just thinking about calling this old friend. And then boom, you see 333 on the clock. That's your guide saying, call her or call him. Lean on your signs, learn the communication, document them, feel good when you receive them. And here's a really good point. If you're thinking that any sign is a warning or a danger sign, that is ego. So the minute you think of something dangerous or, oh my gosh, am I not supposed to be doing this? That's your ego. That's a sign showing you that you're not in your highest energy. You're not in your highest vibe. So in that moment, you forget it. You shift your energy, put on some music, dance around, and you don't subscribe to that thought. Okay, so you have to use your discernment. You have to trust yourself and get that ego out of the way. Get the ego out that's trying to judge it, that's trying to make sense of it. And if you go too deep into the signs, maybe your guides are literally saying, like, you're about to eat a piece of chicken and they're wanting you to clean up your diet a little bit more and maybe not eat animal products. I don't know, whatever your guides think is best for your body and whatever ailments you have. Say you're about to eat some chicken and all of a sudden your guides make you drop the whole plate of chicken on the floor. Okay, that to me is very simple and basic. My guides don't want me to eat this right now. You can only confirm that if you've already been thinking that you shouldn't eat it. Like if you've been thinking, oh, I just don't feel so good when I eat chicken and eggs anymore, or any kind of meats. And then you go and cook it anyway, and you're about to put it in your mouth, and then all of a sudden you drop it. That's your guide saying, yeah, you shouldn't be eating this. But if you drop something and you have not been thinking about it, that is not a sign. Okay, so can you see the difference there? Your guides will only bring you stuff to confirm what you're already thinking so that it will motivate you and stick a fire under your ass to get you to start doing the thing that you're wanting to do. And we need that support. We need somebody telling us that, yes, you can take action towards this. So here's a quick example. I was on a Zoom the other day with a woman from Sweden, and she was amazing. High five, you know who you are. And she was talking about possibly selling her parents' home that she lives in. And it would be such a great gift because she barely paid anything for it and she would get like 10 times the amount back. And she had the thought, and then we're sitting on Zoom, and she's like, I just feel stuck in my life. I don't know what to do. I kind of think I should sell this house. I'm not sure. And then she tells me a story about how her neighbor just listed their house. And that's a birds before land. It's the universe showing you, hey, they're doing it and you're next. She also had a conversation with a man a couple weeks ago. He was at her house buying something, and she was saying, well, I might sell my house. I'm not sure. It was very like not really concrete yet. She wasn't really thinking of doing it. She just mentioned it in passing, and he sounded interested. Well, after our Zoom call, she sent an email to a realtor because I pushed her to do it. I was like, you're going to list your house on the market and we're just going to let the universe take it from there. If it doesn't sell, then that's our answer. But we might as well take action. If we're getting the guidance and we're having the thought, we got to do it. So I pushed her to do it. She sent the email. The realtor called her. They have an appointment in 3 days. And what do you know? As soon as she had that appointment made, guess who contacted her? The guy from a few weeks ago out of nowhere contacted her on the same day asking her for the price of the home. So here it is, the universe is lining it up for her to sell her house. So the sign that she received was her neighbor listing their house. So that's what the universe does. When you're thinking about doing something, it will show you somebody else doing it in your reality to motivate you to say, hey, you're next. And it's called birds before land. It's showing you when you're out at sea and you don't know where land is, you don't know if you should sell your house, you're unsure, you're like, oh, we're in the unknown. And all of a sudden you see birds flying around. When people are at sea, that's their cue of like, oh, we're getting closer to land because there's birds. So when you see somebody else doing your manifestation or receiving your manifestation, that is the same thing as seeing birds before you're heading to the land. So trust in your signs, learn your communication. Okay, it's different for everybody. We cannot go to one video and say, oh, like this animal means this and this number means that, but you can look at your life and track it and say, oh my gosh, I was seeing this number all the time. I was seeing eights everywhere, and all of a sudden I got money. So now you know the universe talks to you through eights and money. So write that down. I made a deck of cards called Micah Magic in memory of my daughter, and all of the cards that I channeled, all the messages, they're all the happenings that happened to me with my spirit guides. And I find that a lot of my clients, when I pull cards for them, they love the deck so much that they end up going and buying it. So my deck is available below in the description box if you feel called, but it really is something that you have to learn on your own. You have to build that connection, that communication with source, because it's wanting to talk to you. That's why it's sending you these signs, and that's why you're here watching these sign videos, because your guides and angels are wanting you to learn more. And I am going to be creating a manifesting course, and I'm going to be putting it out there soon. I will let you guys know the date. It's kind of hush right now, but I'm going to do a whole course on how to manifest, how to understand signs, how to understand spirit animals, understanding masculine and feminine energy, and learning how to sit back and receive, and feng shui, and all these different features are going to be in my course, so that when you have my course, you're going to be fast tracked to creating the life of your dreams. And you're going to have the course and you're going to be watching it and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is Michelle's channel in a little bundle, and it's everything in one spot. So get excited, because I'm in the process of making that, and I cannot wait to share it with all of you. Keep an eye out. I will be mentioning it more and more as I complete it. And I just want to help people on their journey so that they can build their own connection, so that they don't need these videos, so that you can traverse through life and you can understand your own signs. You can help other people learn as they start to awaken and understand the universe. So my goal is to get you to be a master of your own reality and surrender to God and to the universe as it's trying to communicate to you. You can then communicate back, and it's this beautiful dance. You're on the dance floor, connecting with your guides and having fun in this life. So many people wake up every single day and they're in suffering. And our goal is to get them out of that and to get them dancing on the dance floor. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell if you have not already connected to me and my energy and my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to get you my course. Until then, if you need help, I do one-on-one guidance. Everything's in the description box below. Sending you so much love. Peace out.